What's up, everybody? Mike Hart. So today I'm going to show you something that really irritates the crap out of me. That has become much more common in this day and age. There's dust on my microphone. That's not what irritates me, but so one way you tell you're not an INTP is if this doesn't irritate you the same way it does me. So there's become a trend in modern society. Maybe it went on, in the old days too. I don't know, but I think it's definitely gotten worse. In fact, I'm sure it's gotten worse. Of just denying truth and facts just because you don't like them, or I don't know, maybe sometimes the person has actually been like educated incorrectly, or I don't know. But and I'm not talking about like facts that are up in the air. I'm talking about things that are just, well-known, established facts that you can easily look up, and just denying them because you don't like them, or because I don't know, because your liberal arts teacher told you that they're offensive, or I don't know. I really don't know, guys. We're gonna take a look though. So, a lady on social media, she created a post that said, here it is. She said, "Why are there so few female software engineers?" And so me, being the fact and truth-minded person I am, I thought to myself, oh, she wants an explanation. Oh, I'll help her with that. Just being, trying to be helpful and trying to be as accurate as humanly possible. Most women have zero interest in object-oriented technical subjects like math, science, engineering, coding, etc. Simple as that. This is due to innate personality differences between men and women. Cross-culturally, 70 to 80% of women are interested in people rather than things. Now, everything I stated there was free from opinion. There was no opinion involved. There was no hate speech involved. It was straight facts. I literally just stated a fact. You could look up on like Pew Research or what. There's all kinds of studies that have been done. And not only that, some things you don't need studies to know, but we'll get to that later. So I actually got I was honestly shocked that I got some hate for this. I really expected it to be like, it's just a simple, straightforward fact that, well, why would anyone be offended by a fact? Like, I don't get it, And it doesn't even, to me, it didn't seem like one of those facts that might offend people, like sometimes happens nowadays. It just seemed like I was just stating something that's true. It's like, doesn't everyone know that? And like, doesn't everyone? I can't even wrap my head around how a human being could live in the world and not realize that men and women tend to have different interests. Doesn't everyone know that? Why does that even need an explanation? I don't even get that. But to some people it does. Like this one girl replied to me. I keep forgetting to go back to the main camera when I'm talking. This one girl replied to me, and she says, she retweeted me. She's like, "Men, for the love of God, stop with this shit. Where do you get ideas like this?" And she puts her hand in her emoji, putting your hand in your face. Why is this offensive? Why? I don't even understand this. But this is something you see a lot nowadays, especially younger people that have been. See, part of the problem is in college, a lot of people are taking, unfortunately, there's been a lot of ideology that has infiltrated universities. They're not teaching your students anymore. They're basically indoctrinating them into their ideology. And one of the things they're trying to get rid of is the idea that of men and women. So, and obviously, they're going too far with it. Obviously, when this type of stuff is offensive. That's a literal fact. And so maybe someone help me understand, why is this offensive? What about this is false, or what about it is offensive? Can someone help me understand that I literally just stated a fact that every freaking 5-year-old knows, can literally tell that, hey, daddy likes different stuff than mommy. So the only logical explanation I can think of is you've been taught that it's some sort of social construct and it has nothing to do with biology. That is a lie. That's a complete lie. It's one of the biggest lies that's being taught in the universities right now. that everything is just this changeable social construct. Biology exists. You can't just take science and crumple it up and throw it out the window because you don't like it. That is irresponsible, and you're basically destroying society by doing it, and you don't give a shit. And it's just, it's really hard for me to like not be pissed off about it. It's really it's angering. It raises my blood pressure. How do people deal with this stuff? I mean, like when I see stuff like this, all I see is society just fucking, rubble in the future. Just society's gone. You're destroying it. There's nothing more important than truth and facts in society. These people are basically saying truth and facts don't exist anymore. A lot of them even say this. Truth is relative. There is no truth. It's your truth. It's whatever you feel is the truth. Guys, there's no such thing. Truth is a binary word. It's either true or false. Your truth is no longer truth. You're bastardizing the word, and you're making it not even a definition anymore. Not even have a definition anymore. You're bastardizing it. You're basically, what you're talking about when you say your truth, you're not talking about truth anymore. But you're saying you're talking about truth. You're destroying the word. When you cheapen words, how do you not see how that's a problem to cheapen words? That's another thing they're doing. Cheapening, really? I mean, why does this stuff need explanation? Why do people need to be told why this is a bad idea? Do you have no cause-effect logic? Have you no ability to see the consequences of actions and how they will play out in the future? Butterfly effect? Like, how is it possible you don't see why it's a problem to say truth doesn't exist and just to blur the lines on everything? How is that possible? I mean, the only explanation I can think of is you have no cause-effect logic. You have no ability to anticipate the consequences of actions. That's the only thing that makes sense. It actually, like, I had to like get out of this entire subject for a few years, like, because it causes me so much like anxiety and stress. The level of like just disrespect towards truth and facts, and these people are basically flipping off people who they're flipping off people who care about truth. Who actually care about what's true and what's factual. Falsehood is evil. Falsehood is probably one of the biggest evils in the world. Almost everything you can think of, atrocious thing that's happened in history, falsehood was a huge component of it. Anyway, so I'm big tangent, I know, but I don't understand it. I don't understand how a human being could have a reaction like that to something that's so obviously true. I mean, not only is it so well established in studies and science and biology and psychology, everything. So you're basically throwing out everything. Not only that, I mean, you don't need this. You don't need studies to know that. I mean, even the MBTI talks about how 70% of feeling types are women, or 70% of women are feeling types. 70% of men are thinking types. Is that hate speech for them saying that? For them stating a reality? It's just, why are these people? These people are evil. They're basically evil. And I got some other responses. I keep forgetting to go back to my face. But one way you tell you're not an INTP is if you're cool with this kind of stuff. You're definitely not an INTP. Okay, so the TI DOM, precision, logical precision is one of the trademarks of an INTP. It's one of the reasons you know that Jordan Peterson's an INTP. He's very careful with his wording to make sure it's extremely precise. So this kind of stuff is going to be especially offensive to an INTP, which is one of the reasons, like, it literally gives me anxiety, like raises my blood pressure, this kind of stuff, because you're basically, you're basically flipping the bird to one of the most important things there is in life, and one of the things that protects us from evil and from societies being destroyed, which is ours is being destroyed partly because of this attitude, this destructive attitude towards truth. Anyway, so like this guy replied, this guy is out there to get hurt. Haha. Those are fighting words. See, why? Why are those fighting words? What? How in any way are those fighting words? Stating fact after fact. I mean, that you could, like, you don't need studies, but you can look up the studies. Anyway, and then another guy answered, to answer your question, it's because dudes be like this. Dudes be like what? Nate? Kansai Gaijin? Kansai Gaijin? Full stack idiot? Oh, you got that right. You're an idiot. People have asked me before why I pronounce Japanese words so accurately. Is because it's the only language I know, guys, besides English. I was obsessed with Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid, and so I taught myself Japanese so I could read the manga, which I read all the manga. I have all 42 of them. Anyway, guys, I used to also think I could eventually, if I trained hard enough, because I trained 8 hours a day in martial arts, I used to think that if I trained hard enough for long enough, I'd be able to, like, actually shoot ki waves. So NPs, when they're young, are known for that wild imagination. So anyway, guys, to answer your questions, because dudes be like this, dudes be like what? Dudes be like what? That's my question. Dudes be like accurate? Dudes be like responsible with truth? Dudes be like not a childish piece of crap who is flipping the bird to reality and truth and facts and science and biology and literally everything that matters in the world? Anyway, guys, how to tell you're not an INTP part 2. I don't know what I'm gonna name this video, but that sounds pretty good to me right now. Any of these people right here definitely are the opposite of an INTP. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. Like and subscribe. Follow me on social media. I'm Mike Lionheart on everything, minus the E. The heart is HART. Thanks, guys. See you guys later.